This is the Paltalk News Network.
The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of Paltalk.com, AVM Software, or its advertisers.
Good evening, folks. News Talk is online. News Talk Online is a production of Paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the Internet, with more than 4 million unique users on demand on iTunes, on YouTube, on Blip TV, and on Gary's blog, www.garybaumgarten.com, and on the Paltalk News Network site, www.paltalknewsnetwork.com, where you are invited to comment whether you agree with Gary or not. And thanks to our friends on CRN Digital Talk Radio, we are syndicated coast to coast across the United States to 12 million additional households. And thanks to Digital Sounds Barnsley in the United Kingdom and ASI TV and Radio also in the United Kingdom for carrying our show. We have a number of other affiliates, too, that are carrying our show. Cafe Hinderholt, I believe that I'm pronouncing that correctly, and a couple of others. We'll need to get the list and start reading them all off. It's becoming a longer list, and that is a good thing. I'm your host, Boaz Frankel. Gary is out today. Folks, today we're going to do something a little bit different. I know that there's quite a buzz in Capitol Hill today about the healthcare reform bill, the vote that's going to occur on Sunday, and there's a lot of talk about that. But we'll start the first segment of the show with something that seems to be a hot topic on Paltalk and always was, not just on Paltalk, but all over the Internet, and that is the conspiracy theories of 9/11/2001. But before we do that, I would like to start the show with, for lack of description, a Bible lesson. That's right. Now, this is not a religious room, obviously not. But we do have here a once in a while something, that with a twist. Let's put it that way. And here it goes. It's short, so please bear with me. You know, over 5,000 years ago, Moses said to the children of Israel, "Pick up your shovel, mount your asses and camels, and I will lead you to the promised land." Well, going forward in time, nearly 75 years ago, President Roosevelt said, "Lay down your shovels, sit on your asses, and light up a camel. This is the promised land." And now, in our days today, Obama has stolen your shovel, taxed your asses, raised the price of camels, and mortgaged the promised land. How do you like that? You know, I was so depressed last night thinking about, healthcare plans, the economy, the wars, lost jobs, savings, Social Security, retirement funds, and the list goes on and on and on and on, that I decided to call a Lifeline. You know, that's that number you call when you have suicidal thoughts. So I went ahead and I called Lifeline. And I got connected with some call center in Pakistan, of all places. So I figured, okay, you know what? I'm connected. I'm going to tell them how I feel. So I told them my story and that I feel suicidal. And guess what happened? They all got excited and asked me if I could drive a truck. Go figure. You can't win these days. You just can't win. So that's how it turned out. 9/11/2001. 4 commercial aircraft hijacked by terrorists. 2 of them flown into the World Trade Center buildings. 1 crashed into the Pentagon, and the 4th one crashing in Pennsylvania. You know, it's been years and years and years since the, since this terrible event has happened. And I figured it would probably be a good idea, since we've never done this before, to entertain the conspiracy theories behind 9/11, or so behind 9/11 2001. And in particular, after doing some research, I have come up with 8 of the most popular conspiracy theories about September 11th, 2001. And the first one is, the World Trade Center Twin Towers were destroyed by controlled demolitions. Let's see. Number 2, no plane hit the Pentagon on September 11th. Instead, it was a missile fired by elements from inside the American state apparatus. Yeah, that's one we've heard a lot. Number 3, United Airlines Flight 93, which crashed in Pennsylvania, was shot down by a missile. And we have number 4, World Trade Center Building 7 was destroyed by a controlled demolition. That's number 4. And let's go to number 5. The planes that hit the World Trade Center towers were remotely controlled. Moving on to number 6. Insider trading in the stocks of United Airlines and American Airlines just before September 11th is evidence of advanced knowledge of the plot. That was number 6. Number 7. 4,000 Jews failed to show up for work at the World Trade Center on September 11th. That's one of my favorite ones, by the way. That was number 7. And number 8, Al-Qaeda is not responsible for the September 11 attacks. Well, those are the most favorable conspiracy theory elements that people believe, that by these points and elements, that these attacks were perpetrated by the American government at the time, the Bush administration. This is what these points that I've read off to you point towards. Now, personally, I do not believe in, and I refuse to believe, that 3,000 Americans were killed by their own government in order for the Bush administration to have an excuse to go to Iraq in order to control the oil there. I don't believe that at all. And I would hope that more people wouldn't believe it, but that's just my opinion. Now, I'm looking now at the, at the list of people that have their hands up that are about to come to the mic and give their opinions on this. And I would have hoped that some of these conspiracy theorists that shoot their mouths off